It was all a dream. I woke up and it was all a dream. Man, was it all a dream? I'm just asking, was it all a dream? Man, it was all a dream. I woke up and it was all a dream. Blinded and we can't see. I can't lie, it pains me when I see my people. Like to see my people trying to teach my people. How can they come save me when I know they hate me? We done came from the bottom trying to make it to the top, reach our destiny.
What it do, what it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles Chop. Say, man, shout out to my audience. Shout out to those that rocking with me. Yeah, we back in the kitchen. There's a whole lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. Let's get to the shit! I've lost all respect for Devin, Haney. Before you judge me, I want to explain some things. First and foremost, I speak a lot about, racism and certain things. I want to let it be very clear. I call out white folks on that shit a lot. I be telling it like it is. I ain't gonna lie. I know. They think I'm crazy, baby. Telling it like it is. I ain't gonna lie. I know, Vandross. They think I'm crazy. That's that Rotha Vandross. Anyway, listen, I just be telling it like it is, but I want to make something very goddamn clear. I've never said this in the history of since I've had this channel. I say a lot of fucked up shit about white folks, but it's all true. I call them very bad names. I speak very bad about white folks, and I don't believe in nobody white being a part of nothing black. I don't believe in none of that shit. I don't think they should have a seat at our table in nothing. They shouldn't be at the family cookout. But nowadays, every black family at least got one snow bunny or two. But nowadays, you're going to see the white boys with the black women. So now they've infiltrated the whole black family. Every cookout, it's at least one white person in it. It's going to at least be somebody in the family that with bunny hopping. Yeah, in my Umar voice. But I want to say something. I do not advocate. I don't promote hate for nothing. I am completely against the LGBT. I am completely against gays. Completely. That shit don't have no business in the black community. That is a European that's a European lifestyle. That's why they so cool with us doing it. Why you think we can't be free? We can't get no college grants. We can't get reparations, but we can be gay. So I know anything that white folks want for us, it ain't for us. And I don't think you're born gay. I think that's systematically to homosexualize the community, population control. It's a lot of other reasons why. Anyway, but I don't hate them people. I am completely against that gay shit. But I don't hate them folks. And I don't hate white folks. And I don't even preach to hate white folks. I'm not trying to convince you that I don't like them. I damn sure don't like them. I never have a white friend. I don't believe in none of that. We can't never be friends. We can't even be cool. You will never be my friend. We'll never be cool. I don't want to shake no white folks' hand. None of that. I don't like you motherfuckers. And I think I don't want none of y'all, I don't want none of that shit on my skin. I don't want to touch you motherfuckers. I ain't never been into white women. None of that shit. Even before I was pro-black, I was never into white women. I slept with one white chick when I was 13. Yeah, a little white girl. Yeah. I was the first one to hit her for the whole hood flipped her. You know one of them? You know, the white girl in the hood, everybody flipped. Yeah, I hit her first, and everybody else flipped after that. But what I'm saying... Yeah, you know the white girl that come to the hood. Yeah, I was the first to hit her, so that's how I wanted to be the first one to knock her down. And I knocked her down one time, and that was it. And everybody else ran through her after that. Listen, what I'm trying to say is, I don't hate white folks, and I don't believe in hating my oppressor. You want to know why I don't believe in hating my oppressor? Because I don't want to be like them. You hate me, but I don't want to hate you. I want to be a righteous man. Now, I believe in fighting. I believe in there must be bloodshed in order to obtain freedom, but I don't have to hate you even through fighting you, whether it's physically, psychologically, mentally, spiritually. Even if I have to physically take your life to obtain freedom for my people, it don't mean I hate you though. I'm just for the liberation of my people, and I'm against oppression. I don't hate white folks, and I want to make that very clear. I've never said that. No, I don't advocate, because I strive to be a righteous man. You can't be a righteous man and hate nobody. I don't like them though. I think I think a lot of shit about them. I don't like them. You will never be my friend. I never have a white boy can't never be my friend. I don't believe in nothing. You are not my motherfucking friend. I don't like you motherfuckers. I turn my nose up at you motherfuckers when I see y'all, just like y'all do me. I got the same energy. I don't like white folks at all. I have no like in me for them. But I don't hate them. I don't like most Latinos, but I don't hate them. I don't like a whole lot of Africans because a whole lot of them be on some bullshit, but I don't hate them. I don't hate nobody. I don't practice hate. I don't preach hate over here. You can never say I sound mean sometimes, but I have never advocated hate even against my oppressor, because I strive to be a righteous man. And a part of being righteous, you can't be righteous and hate. I don't like you though. I want to make that very clear. I don't like them motherfuckers, and I think they are the devil. I think they are the devil himself. That's what I think. I think them the devil's people. And I think the black man is God, and we are people of God, but we lost our way when we became tribal and a lot of other shit. And that's why they was able to infiltrate Africa, because we became too materialistic and too tribal. That's why the devil come to steal, kill, destroy, divide. And that's what they did, because we got too comfortable with all the shit we had, and we got arrogant. You know, Master Moose and all that shit. I ain't forgetting all that. But yeah, so I just wanted to make that very clear. I've never said that before. Another thing I want to point out, when I started this channel, my favorite fighters was Deontay Wilder and Devin Haney. You couldn't say nothing about Wilder. Your ass better not say nothing about Devin, or I would through with your ass. You better not say nothing. I couldn't even listen to a channel if you ain't like Devin or Wilder. Yeah, I would game back, and I didn't realize that, but I was. I thought Wilder was the most righteous of the righteous. And I thought Devin, out of all black fighters, he was the only one want to be great. Yeah, let me tell it. What's that shit? Remember that song? Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell. Yeah, type in the comments if you know that. Where Jesus Christ is born. Remember that shit? Anyway, let me tell you what done it for Wilder, and I've expressed this before. Wilder was cheated. I believe that. Wilder did a lot of shit. That to this day, I thought Wilder was the Malcolm X of boxing. After, it was before the Haney fight, when Wilder said, I'm for everybody now. But he was practicing that. When he was cheated, Wilder was on some pro-black shit. I seen all the interviews on all these channels. I followed Wilder. Every interview I listened to it. And he talked that black shit. Pro-black this and oppressor this. When he got cheated, he was all on some black shit. When he fought Haney, he said, I'm for everybody. I'm for we are the where. I am not just for black folks and this and that and all that there. And what else? I knew Taylor Swift was not a black woman, and I knew all that, and I knew she was a culture vulture. I knew a lot of shit. I knew the girl was a model, a flipper. Jarrell Miller flipped her. So it's a lot of shit. Ain't no telling how many other rappers flipped her before you got her. So that's another thing. And she, you know, she ain't black. So I peeped all that, and I was cool with all that. I ain't tripping, bro. Love who you love. When she asked you that question, would you eat a Twinkie filled with your grandfather's cum? The cum of your grandfather. Would you let your grandfather cum in your mouth? That's basically what she. Let me tell you something, bro. That's one thing we don't play about. Don't play about my mama. Don't play about. You gonna ask me to eat a Twinkie with my grandfather's cum in it, bro? We don't. That's white folks games. We don't play that. Man, listen, I don't believe in hitting no woman. That I don't practice that shit. But you would have been a few bitches and hoes off that. Bitch, don't ever talk to me like that about my motherfucking granddaddy. And Wilder said, you know what? He started laughing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna eat the Twinkie with my grandfather's cum and this and that. He laughed at that shit. When Wilder started doing Hollywood, when he started making money, I seen the change. Not only that, and there's more things. I ain't got time to break down everything. But Wilder changed. Money changed him. I saw a lot of shit. I saw a lot of things that Wilder was doing, bragging about black athletes love when they get famous to brag about white famous people they cool with. Just like when they asked Terrence Crawford, who the most famous person you got in your phone? Eminem. Terrence Crawford he gonna get him a statue of Eminem, and he gonna pray to it 5 times a day. I guarantee you, there's a statue somewhere in one of his closets inside one of them mansions, and it's gonna be a statue of Eminem, and it's gonna say "Rap God" on it, and the boy gonna pray to him 5 goddamn times a day. Anyway, Wilder said, "Yeah, me and Tom Brady talk all the time," and was bragging about how him and Tom Brady cool. Yeah, Tom Brady watch my fights. That's a slave mentality. Well, about how the white boy and he's the GOAT, and everybody, all black folks say he the GOAT, and he watch my fights. You so honored that he watch your fight. It's little shit like that. But what broke the straw off the goddamn camel's back? When you hug fat back Fury, I lost all respect. And black folks came in my chat when I made that video. I'm done with Wilder. Oh man, 903, what you wanted them to shoot him? You want him to blow his head off and go to prison for the rest of his life? Damn, 903, he gotta act civil. Like, see, they want us to act like monkeys and wild and all. I didn't say he had to shoot the man. I didn't even say hit him in the mouth. But you didn't have to hug that bitch. Man, I lost all respect for Wilder. I lost a lot of respect for Wilder after the 3rd fight when he congratulated Fury. Fury, shout out to you and I. What? Man, listen, bro, when Wilder hugged Fury, all that to this day, and where's the follow-up to that pro-black shit? Where's to this day? Because you got all the money and resources. What have you built for black folks? Nothing, not a goddamn thing, because you ain't for black folks, bro. That's the biggest disappointment in Wilder. I thought you was for the people. Goddamn lie. When I seen you golfing, and that's another thing, when I seen you golfing with all them white folk, no, bro, you the typical athlete. And another thing, after Taylor Swift, why, bro, it's not a coincidence that you always end up with a super light-skinned mixed breed black woman. That's self-hate. You're going after certain black women. You should have stayed with your baby when she was dark skinned. You should have been with Tawana, Stacy, Tracy, Tawana and Wanda, Yolanda and Rhonda. You should have fucked with Tawana now. Every time you're looking for that. Because you're not comfortable in your black skin, but you want to talk about some to this day. Bro, you was a fraud. You strategically go after these mixed breed, light skin, the farther away from black. Bro, that's strategic. That ain't just so happen that you just happen to always end up with a woman that look as mixed as she can be. And there ain't nothing against mixed breed, but you see that with dark skinned men a lot. They either go after white women or something closest to it that they can find. So it's just something I had to point out. But when you hug Fury, bro, that shit was the fakest shit ever. But and what I can't stand the most? You can hug a motherfucker that tried to take your life, but you couldn't make amends with Joshua and still try to make that fight. Now you're trying to make it because you wishing on a star and tell it finna try to take all your money. So yeah, you need all the fights you can make. That Wilder said he gonna fight till he 50. I just don't. Wilder said he gonna fight till he 50. Let me tell you something. You could have made amends with Joshua. You could have made amends with old sloppy, slimy Dylan White. You could have been cool, but you can't make amends with them. But you can make amends with the white boy that tried to take your life. Soft, buck broken. When you cried after that Hellenius fight, I knew you was broken. I say they done buck broke him. They done buck broke the boy. That's changed, bro. You have to be careful of the black athletes you follow, bro, because the more fame they receive, the more money they get. They change, bro. Devin changed. You don't see it? Let's get to Devin. But I still wish Wilder nothing but the best. But that pro-black shit you was talking when you got cheated, you didn't mean none of that because there ain't been no follow-up. You ain't talking that no more. You were just talking that when we was riding with you, bro, and riding with the fact that you got cheated. You had real soldiers riding with you, bro. I was Wilder all the fucking way. You couldn't say nothing against Wilder. You hugged Fury, bro. And it's because of you that Fury done made over $200 million. That's what we do. You dug that motherfucker up from an abandoned building full of goddamn Colt 45s, cocaine every goddamn where. The motherfucker had $3.76 left and a dime bag of cocaine, and you made him millions. This is what we do. You would have never done it, and you still ain't done it for no black man. But you can go way to the UK and make this white boy richer than rich. And they got a statue of you laid the fuck out that they're gonna pass down to all they and all the gypsies to come. That's who we are. That's who we are. On to Devin. Devin, you got a lot of goddamn nerves. You want to know the biggest reason why I lost all respect for you? You had the audacity to tell Najee, what's the boy? Najee, I don't know his last name, but Najee from Cigars to Go Talk, that he's a sellout for interviewing Ryan. What did you do when you see Ryan? Once again, same thing with Wilder. I'm not saying you should have hit him in the mouth. I'm not saying what you should have done, but you was booed up, hugging him. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Ryan. I bet y'all took plenty of pictures together. Out that friendly No, bro. I lost all respect for you, bro. I'm not saying you had to be but you be gangster with these black fighters. Boy, you be so gang. You and Shakur still ain't made up. You and Tank ain't even made up. And they ain't trying to take your life, bro. Ryan humiliated you in front of the whole world, shitted on you, smoked on a Haney pack with a bunch of other black dudes, shitted on you in front of the whole world. Called black people monkeys. I dig up George Floyd and kill him again. Said all these things. Could have took your life, bro. Look how fucking forgiving we can be. But it's still fuck Tank, huh? I always told you Devin Haney fans got way more smoke for Tank than they do Ryan. And that's who tried to take your life. All Tank did was not give you a fight. Yeah, he did that and that was wrong. But you can sit there and call Najee a fucking sellout? Let me tell you something. I criticized Devin for going after the Ryan rematch, and I came back and I said I was wrong. Who am I to try to tell Devin how to deal with being cheated? If you want to get it back, bro, get it back, bro. Get it back. I just know you don't need Ryan, bro, and I think he'll cheat you again, bro. We seen that the whole world don't care if you get cheated, bro. You're putting yourself in a lose-lose situation trying to rematch Ryan. I said, but go ahead, Devin. Ryan loses to Rolly. Nobody's talking about Ryan. You ever notice that? But when he fought you without black fighters, Teofimo Lopez and Ryan ain't shit, including Canelo. Bro, look at how famous Canelo has become fighting Terrence Crawford. When he fought Berlanga, nothing. No buzz. Munguia, no buzz. John Ryder, no buzz. But when he fight Terrence Crawford, when he fight Jamel, that should be world news. Canelo ain't never big until he fight a black fighter, bro. It is too out. When he fought Munguia, nobody cared, bro. Everybody, go on Facebook. Wasn't nobody talking about Canelo versus Munguia. The whole hood is talking about this fight. And most black folks are riding with Canelo like we always do. Just like we rode with Pacquiao over Floyd. That's what we do. That don't even shock me. Listen, bro, he lost to Rolly, bro. And he fell off. Nobody talks about him. You really won, bro. It was exposed. Ryan looked completely different without that dope in him. It was exposed. Everybody, even racist fans know. Oh yeah, Ryan was on that shit, man. He really can't fuck with Devin. Everybody feel that way. Everybody feel like, man, yeah, Ryan was on that shit. Rolly exposed him, bro. So that's that shit that I don't believe in karma. But if there was ever karma, that I don't believe in it because white folks ain't got that karma for all the shit they done did. The Arabs ain't got that karma for what they did to us before the white boy came and they tried to trick us with all this shit and claim Islam. They done took Egypt. No. The Arabs ain't got that karma. White folks ain't got that karma. So I don't believe in karma. But if there ever was a karma, when Rolly beat Ryan, that shit looked like karma. Ryan was exposed. Who the fuck has talked about Ryan ever since? When Ryan beat Devin, everybody was talking about him. He was everywhere. He was at the BET Award. And all the rappers did songs. Didn't he do a song with Lil Wayne? Everybody fucked with him. That Haney Pack song, that shit had 750 million views. Ryan was the hottest thing on the planet when he's fighting a black fighter. When he ain't fighting a black fighter, he ain't shit, because you bitches ain't shit without us. Devin, if there was ever a time, even Devin Haney fans know it. Devin Haney fans have not been calling for that Ryan rematch. Ever since Ryan lost and now Devin's fighting Norman, he back on this legacy shit, finna fight for a world title. You don't need Ryan no more, bro. That's over with. You don't need him no more. He's never even been a world champion. So now you're saying after you beat Brian Norman, you finna do a voluntary defense. You finna offer him a shot at a world title and another huge payday. The motherfucker that tried to take, that could have took your life. Now you finna give him another huge bag. You want to know what it really is? Devin still look at Ryan as superior to him. Ryan the bag. See, I want the bag. You don't want to get no get back. You think Ryan is the bag. You and Shakur both think Ryan and T.O. Black fighters are obsessed with it. And Tank do too. Y'all think instead of fighting each other and making money or just fighting legacy fights, y'all are so obsessed with T.O. and Ryan. Neither one of them are bigger than you. Devin, now, Shakur ain't big as Devin and Tank. Devin and Tank are bigger than Ryan and T.O., bro. And that's a fact. But they don't see themselves as that. No, Tank think he bigger than Devin. Devin think he bigger than Shakur. Devin does not think he's a bigger draw than T.O. or Ryan. But he is. Especially a bigger draw than T.O. T.O. has never been on pay-per-view. T.O. just made a few mil his last fight. They ain't shit without you, bro. But you still begging. Bro, T.O. has ducked you 3 or 4 times. What do you do when you see him? Hug him up. Hey, T.O., come here, T.O. But what did you do with Brian Norman? What you do with Shakur? What do you do with shit, bitch? Yeah, you a hoe, bitch. What did you do? And this is why, let's get a little more, let's get a more real with it. If you ask me, you want some get back so bad, you should have had your homies with you. You know Ryan gonna be there. Yeah, I crash out for some money. Yeah, you could have flew me out. I'd have crashed out. Yeah, I'd have brought some homies from my hood, and we would have crashed out. Yeah, I'd have went to jail for that. Yeah, bum me out, drop me some bands. I'd have crashed out. We'd have jumped the shit out of Ryan. I ain't bullshit. Yeah, I'm one of them. Yeah, I'd have crashed out in Vegas. Yeah, I spent a few nights in. I ain't tripping. Yeah. Bum me out, drop some bands on me. I would have brought some homies from the hood, and we would have beat the brakes off Ryan for you. We would have got you get back because, and don't act like you don't believe in jumping a motherfucker. What did you do to the motherfucker at the carnival? Huh? So you could have got your get back. Man, it's all kind of black folks willing to crash out. Man, 10, 20 bands, man, I'll crash out. Yeah, I do a night in jail. Hell yeah, for 10, 20 bands. Yeah, 20, 30 bands. Yeah, I crashed the fuck out. Yeah, I'd have grabbed some homies from the hood and we would have beat the brakes off Ryan. Yeah, you could have got your get back. And ain't nobody talking about taking the man like, we would have just beat him up real good. That's all.